didn't have a degree and I certainly didn't have any connections. I just had Wi Fi and desperation. So, learning digital marketing was the one thing that pulled me out of survival mode. And I'm not exaggerating. It's not a get rich quick thing, it is a really high value skill that can change the trajectory of your whole life if you grew up with limited options like I did. If you're a first gen kid trying to build something, if you're a woman who's tired of being underpaid and overworked, especially if you're a creative and a hustler who's good at the internet but you don't know how to monetize it. And if you just feel like you're sick and tired of being stuck in a 9 to 5, or ultimately you're just burnt out from hustle culture, then digital marketing could be the answer for you. If you ever thought, I just need something I can do from anywhere. I want to be able to do this from anywhere in the world at any time that I want, and it'll actually make me money, then you need to hear this. Digital marketing is ultimately a freedom skill. Why? Because everybody needs it. Everybody. Entrepreneurs, influencers, social media baddies, everybody needs marketing in their business. You don't need a degree to know how to be a good digital marketer. You just need to know how to obtain good results. There's a wide range, obviously, under digital marketing. It's like kind of this umbrella term that we use to categorize anybody that is in like the marketing space online. Essentially, there's social media strategy, there's email marketing, there's content creation, there's paid ads, copywriting, web design, all sorts of stuff, right? There's something essentially for every personality type, though, because there are so many different facets of digital marketing. If you're an analytical person, you could find something in analytics. If you are somebody that's into aesthetics or you're a creative, you could be a content creator. If you're like a mixture of the two, kind of like how I am, you could be a social media strategist. And you can be a combination of multiple of those things. That's the beauty of digital marketing. The way that I started learning about digital marketing was I taught myself. Most of learning about digital marketing was through self teaching. But what I was learning was like what fell under digital marketing. And then I kind of like figured out that like it was stuff that I was already pretty good at. So I kind of like fell down a deep hole of like learning about it. How could I pursue a career in it? And even though I knew I was good at certain things, I really still thought that I like it wasn't totally necessarily a space for me because I didn't have any certifications, I didn't have a degree. So I went on to pursue a few digital marketing and e-commerce certifications through Google. The courses were dumb easy to me, dumb easy. Like I was like, this is like, are they serious? Is this for real? Because they were dumb easy. I realized that at that point, what I was struggling with was not the fact that I needed a certification, it was the fact that I just needed the experience. So I was like, well, I have the business that I run with my mom here in Central Florida, which I talk about often, and I'm just going to practice. I'm just going to practice on the business because, like, why not? We don't have a digital marketing team anyway, so I might as well be it, right? So I made a marketing plan and I just kind of started putting my reps in. And obviously, at some point, I was like, this isn't enough. I need to do more. So I started doing more on my own social media. I started kind of building out my own personal brand, and like I got really involved with TikTok and trying to understand that algorithm, which is just random as hell. But I digress. And it's brought me here. It's brought me here to be able to just sit in front of a camera and be like, okay, like, yeah, I'm a social media strategist, but I'm also a content creator. I do it every single day in my life. I like taking cute photos. I like modeling for the camera. I am a little bit self-absorbed when it comes to my own Instagram. So like, why can't I be a content creator too? And just practice building a personal brand. What also helped me understand that I was really good at this skill was having kind of like a mindset shift from consumer to creator. So once I realized that I was kind of good at like building brands, just scrolling through them, my confidence shifted. So I entered this mindset where I was just like, okay, well, if I create more than I can consume, will be investing more time in actually perfecting my craft rather than just sitting around watching other people do the things that I know I can totally do myself. Being the skills in digital marketing and social media management, social media strategy, content creation, all those things helped me escape like the hamster wheel cycle. Once I realized that I had a high value skill that I could leverage to for my financial gain, it kind of shifted the perspective from like, okay, I need to find an hourly position or I need to get paid X amount of dollars per hour to how can I become so good at my job that I can just charge people whatever I value my skill at. Created a real like transformation in the way that I view my relationship with money and my financial situation and all that stuff, because here I have this high value skill that a lot of people have never acquired or don't really care to acquire, especially if they're running already a pretty successful business. So that gave me the confidence to say, like, okay, this could sustain me. This could be a real career. It's a game changer. Even if it was just a small one at first, and me realizing, like, I don't have to go back to a 9 to 5 after I got laid off because I have a high value skill that I can leverage to kind of create my own business essentially and have my own clients. If you're already learning digital marketing, definitely keep going. It is something that could change your life, the trajectory of your life. If you're trying to get into content creation or social media management, I would just start with yourself. Use yourself as your first example in your portfolio and build from there. And if you're just thinking about it, you're kind of dabbling, you're toying around with the idea, I'm going to tell you that this is your sign to go forth and do something, create something that is going to change your life, because I promise you it will. So it's time to go forth, take the leap of faith, and do something that you know is going to change your life, because it definitely has changed mine.